Challenges, 17 challenges. All right, let's go. We're going to take those challenges randomly. Just guys note that I'm only taking 3+0 challenges. So I'll put it again, 3+0 in the chat, please, only. So if you're sending anything else, I won't be playing you. Let's go. Let's take the first challenge. We have one here from Checks 100. Good luck to Checks. We're gonna wait maybe 10 seconds, and he's not gonna move a piece. We'll just take the next challenge. Okay, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Checks, if you want to play, feel free to send me a challenge again later. Let's take another one here. Good luck, man. I have white this time, so I'm gonna go for e4 and c5. So that's my Keras variation 92. A bit similar to this one, but in some variations it transposes, and in some other ones it comes up to some type of closed position with some c3, d4. We can transpose into something with d4. I'm gonna probably just play g3 for now. Hello, warrior. How's it going, man? So bishop g2. I expect bishop g7. Let's go d4 now. So this is like a dragon variation. Castle, sure. Castle again. Knight c6. Okay, we're gonna go back. So I have my knights protecting each other, and I have a good grip over the square d5 with the bishop, the pawn, and the knight. Okay, so I can go knight d5 immediately. I can go knight f4. Let's just play a4, take some space for them, some a6, b5. If he goes queen here, I can always go knight f4 to attack the bishop. Let's see, he might go rook c8, he might go queen d7, rook c8, okay, very logical. I can go h3 just to control some squares. How's it going, warrior? And we already have 26 people in the chat. Guys, don't be shy. If you want to say hello, I won't bite. If you guys have any questions, any openings you'd like me to play, also don't be shy. Okay, so he's really showing the intent to play the move d5. So let's play knight d5 so his position stays a bit closed. I could have played also knight f4, but we're gonna go for knight d5. Hello, zombie. So pawn takes, he goes knight there. I was gonna play c3 on this. I'm gonna play a weird move. You guys have probably seen me play this move rook a2 before. The idea is pretty simple. I want to have a structure with b3 and c4, and I don't want to have some problems with this bishop attacking the rook. So I'm not sure if Herzalade is watching, but this rook a2 is gonna come pretty handy soon. Hello, alternate ratchet. What's up, Dasco? And what's up, Sayel? And hello, Jack, as well. So he probably thought it was a mouselet. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so if I do this, he might have the move b5. We're still gonna do it. So we're gonna let him play b5. We're gonna let him play b5. Hello, Kangune. Yeah, so the point was that on b5, I was gonna trap his knight by playing the move f4. I can still play f4. Let's go for f4. Knight goes back to d7. Now we go c4. And if he goes b5, I might take, and then push. Try to get this pass pawn over here. Does he have any tactics? I don't see it. Okay. Now this square, supported by the bishop and the pawn, is a very nice strategic square. So my knight is gonna go over here and have some fun in this game. My knight is gonna be quite annoying, attacking some key squares. I can go knight here immediately. I can delay it. I can even push. Play bishop b3. I can even play bishop e3. Let him take twice. Then go, then go knight c6, because that would be a fork at the end. Nice t-shirts. You guys noticed the t-shirt. I was waiting for someone to notice the t-shirt. This is the Lichess t-shirt, guys. The Lichess t-shirt. It's around, I don't know, some 20 bucks, 25 Canadian, maybe 20 US or something like that. If you guys want to support Lichess, you can become a Lichess patron by donating $5 a month. You can also, should I take this rook or take this pawn actually? Let's take the rook. Let's not be too greedy. Let's go, I want to keep this bishop to control this. Let's go queen here to start. Alright, so let me just try to win this game before continuing to read the chat, because usually when you get, you know, a 20-second time advantage, you have to use that to your advantage to try to get some edge. Let's go bishop here. Try to squeeze him on time, not only the position. I'm going to try to use the time situation to my advantage. Let's go back here. Oh, maybe that wasn't the best. Maybe that wasn't the best. I was trying to make this work, but... okay, let's try to create some problems all over the board. This is a 3+0, so no increment. No increment. I'm giving up another pawn. Maybe we're going to try to create some fake threats. He's going to get confused. Look at his time go down. Check. Now I can take over here because he cannot take back. I take the queen. And he can't take here actually because I still take the queen. Maybe some check and so on. So good game, man. That was good. We can just go back quickly and look at some key points in the position. So you guys did notice the t-shirt. So again, if you guys want to support the Lichess website, you can become a patron, get this nice wing next to your username, and you can also buy some merch. I got a few t-shirts, so in the next few weeks I'll be wearing different t-shirts from Lichess, so you guys can see the swag, the nice Lichess swag. Hello Rook G3, hello Nosika, hello the Mango Man, and hello Chess Master. What is the maximum time control you're willing to play? It is 3+0. So 3+0 is the time control I'm going to play for now only. Later I might be playing some 1+0, but for now let's take 3+0. Let's go back to this game quickly. So everything is pretty good here. This is all okay. This is all also okay. I mean, it's probably slightly better for white, but probably still okay. I guess here the point is that this plan doesn't work so well. What can black do instead? What can black do? I'm not sure if some maybe queen f5 creates some problems, or maybe some rook c5. There might be some bishop e3. But okay, so the way I like to play this as black, instead of this plan, is to right away go for some a6, b5. So over here, instead of going bishop e6, which is, as you see, not the best move, right? Is to go a6, threatening b5, and if I go a4, then you go rook b8, and you try to push this pawn all the way to here. So that way you stop me from playing this structure with a4, b3, c4. Because you guys saw, right? Like these pawns were quite annoying. Like this structure here with my pawns, it is quite solid. So I would go for some a6, threatening b5, and if I go a4, you go rook b8 to support this whole push. Shall we play Hello Time Traveler? I might. Hello Triesk. How's it going? Alright, so let's go back to the challenges. I have one here from 4 Walls. We've never played before. Good luck to 4 Walls. I'm taking any rating, by the way, so you don't have to be 2000 or 1500. You could be even rated 800 and I'll still take your challenge. But I'm taking them in no particular order. So this is the Caro-Kann defense. I'm going for the 2-knight variation, and now we go for the sneaky queen e2. Of course, if he goes here, this is game over, bro. The 2 knights, yeah, it's a tricky line. Of course, if it's a bullet game, you might fall into this move and then you just checkmate right away. I expect him to, yeah, take. That's the common move. And now there is knight d7, bishop c4, knight f6, and now we're gonna pretend that we blunder the queen. Oh no, my queen. Oh no, my queen. What's up, chess pawn? So of course we had checkmate if you take the queen. Now we go back to e2. And what I achieved in this particular move order is that this bishop is now blocked, right? So I kind of created some kind of small problem for this. Did you get this line from Chessbro? Yes, absolutely. I got this line from Chessbro. If you guys are interested, actually on YouTube, there's Miodrag Perunovic, who has a very nice analysis over this variation. I'll type in his name because I actually reviewed this as well on his analysis. So YouTube, just check Mio Drag Perunovic, Caro-Kann. I might have some typos in there, but check out this line. I think it's like an hour analysis, but definitely worth your time. I would definitely advise you to watch it. So I'm thinking of playing the move a4, but then after b4, he wants to go bishop a6. So do I go back bishop c4, or do I play c3 instead, and then reroute the bishop over here? Not too sure what's the best approach. Even c4 looks interesting, but c4 means that the knight, after some trade, might go back here. I think there's a few different okay moves in this position. Few different okay moves. So I'm gonna go first the a4 one. Play the exchange Slav next white game. Exchange Slav. So basically you want to play d4, hope they play d5, and then take it from there. Okay, so I'll do this. If he takes, I'll go bishop c4. Now, of course, I give up a pawn temporarily, but these pawns are so weak, I'm going to probably pick up one of them later. I can play d4 next white game, but there's no guarantee that my opponent is going to play the move d5, and if I play c4, no guarantee they're going to play c6. But I'll give it my best, Chessmaster 96. Yeah, chess pawn, it was a Caro-Kann, exactly. Okay, so what should we do now? I could take with a pawn, and if pawn takes, there's a few different moves. Even the move c4 looks interesting. Even knight takes. Ah, knight takes looks nice. Knight takes. If king takes, I get queen takes check. We go for this, or it's too crazy? Let's have some fun. Let's have some. I'm not even sure if that's the best way to go about it, but we want to have some fun. I'm allowing this as well, which is not so bad. Now we attack the queen and take this rook. Or let's take here first. No, he goes bishop takes if I do that. So let's take here. If queen takes, I go rook takes with check, and then I can take over here. If he takes my bishop, now I move my queen. Let's say queen here, attacking his queen. Bishop e6. Let's take, and probably take with check. Take this pawn. Okay, so I'm down 40 seconds. So I'm probably going to take a small break from reading the chat. You guys are going to be patient. Maybe bishop g5 threatening the move d5 as well to win a piece. There you go. There you go. So down 30 seconds. I might still lose. I might still lose on time. We're going to try to put the speed button on. Okay, down 20 seconds now. What is he gonna do? Some bishop takes there. King takes. Can't take. Bishop takes, I go here. We go rook takes. Takes, rook takes. No, let's go pawn takes. Bishop takes, king here. We still have this push over here that's annoying. Let's push first. Let's play queen takes. Take there, I guess. So now I should be able to win. I think I should be okay to win this. Yeah. Up a full rook. And unless he can pull some magic, this should be game over. Go back, where should we go here? Oh, he wants to check. Just go here. Let's check. Oops. What did I do? I allowed perpetual. Facepalm. It's alright. Time trouble. Well played. Well played. I played the only move that gave him back a chance. But let's go back to this analysis. So essentially here, a move that I have seen more often is the move queen to a5. And the idea is to go bishop here and attack also this diagonal. Then let's say bishop c4, bishop f5, and if queen here, they cannot take this pawn because we go check, king here, check, and take back here. But they could go e6 and stuff like that, and it seems pretty solid. Next moves would be something like knight d7, bishop d6, castles, and black is doing fine. And the bishop is out of the punching. Bishop is out of the punching. What we played is that he got his bishop locked behind, right? Because if he takes the queen now, this is checkmate. So he has to go e6 first. And he cannot take my queen. I just go back now. And now I saw another fun move is to play the move b5 immediately. So b5 looks like a mistake, right? It looks like a mistake because it looks like I'm taking 2 pawns here, like here, and let's say queen b6, and taking 2 pawns. But after the move bishop d7, I believe is that the right order? Yeah, bishop d7, exactly. Now I'm losing a piece. I'm losing a piece. So this is an interesting one. The move b5, I think, is becoming the main line over here. You're gonna see more and more of this. But anyways, towards the end of the game, I forgot about this little tactic. I was watching my time. I was starting some check, but just in time, he managed to go check and check. Well done for Walls. That was a good save. All right, let's take the next challenge. Don Biba. Yeah, of course, Jack Kern. Hope you enjoyed the game. And why are there queens on your desk? These queens, I don't know, man. I'm a chess player, and these are like my good luck charms. The queens. Actually, I got a nice chess set with the 2 queens, 2 black queens, 2 white queens. So you know, these are my spare queens, so I keep them here. Hang out with the queens. Okay, so he's going for this London system, I guess. I'm gonna go for knight f6. Yeah, oopsie, exactly. But it's okay, guys. It's okay. You should not get mad when you lose chess or when you lose games in chess, or if you you blunder. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the experience and part of the fun. So I'm thinking of playing some queen b6 here to undermine this problem over here. Let's play it right away. I forgot if it's this move first or that move first, but probably works either way. What do you think of the London with h5? h5, what do you mean for black? Black playing h5? Or you're talking about some h4, h5 stuff for white? I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna continue our development, just do something like that. Sorry for the question, but are you a master? Yes, I'm not a huge master, but I am a national master, also candidate master. Yeah. So there's 3 titles above mine. There's FIDE Master, International Master, and Grandmaster. I'm not a professional chess player. I would say, semi-professional chess player, maybe. I'm a streamer. I stream a few times a week for fun. But chess is not, it's just a hobby for me. It's not my profession. I also saw some questions about the drums. Do you play on the drums? I do play with friends. So when I have friends over, we hang out here. I can, you know, hit the drums, but I'm not a drum player. Yeah, just I play for fun. What's the most scuffed opening you faced? What do you mean scuffed? Can you define scuffed? Have you played against Carlsen? Never. Never played against Carlsen. I played some online blitz games against Hikaru, against MVL, against Anish Giri. Lost against all of them, but definitely was fun. Interesting games. Against Giri, I actually had a very interesting position. The evaluation was still around 0.0 after move like 30 or 35. But he just completely squeezed the position and won in a very nice fashion. So I'm going to try to create some weaknesses on the queen side. I could just play some bishop e7 and castle, but I'm going to try to create some problems, or at least, you know, look a bit menacing on the queen side. Ah, okay. So laughable openings. Well, I myself have a very, very funny opening I do play on my stream sometimes. It's basically moving all my pawns, or almost all my pawns, 1 square, and then you know, throw in a funny attack. But I have faced sometimes the Bonk Cloud. I faced some weird openings like some f3, king f2, and I don't know, or like some moves like f3, knight h3, knight f2. Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff in chess, but it doesn't really, you know, affect me. I just try to play the best moves in the position and not think about the fact that my opponent is making fun of me. Even if I lose, it's alright. How was the game with Hikaru? Actually, when I played against Hikaru, it was a chess 960 game, and he won in like 25 or 23 or 25 moves. It was just a complete crush by Hikaru. So I have to say it was a pretty terrible game, but I was just happy to play, you know, it doesn't matter. I was happy to play against him. I'm thinking of taking, I'm also thinking of playing a move like this and then f6. Also take, and if pawn takes, maybe go for this. Open up the position. Maybe even a4, try to open up some files. You played against the Grub, yes. Is there any theory for 960? Theory for 960, well, I mean, there is maybe some ideas that you try to replicate, some ideas you know from normal chess, but there's 960 different positions, right? So how can you really learn any theory? Usually try to transpose it to some ideas you understand, or just think about central strategy or getting your bishops active and things like that, but in my opinion, there's no such thing as like pure theory in chess 960. Okay, so I'm a bit low on time. I'm just going to try to run this pawn and queen. The knight cannot improve, so I can do that. Take. Maybe push, and then I'm going to push so that his bishop stays closed. He cannot hit this knight. We're down to 30 seconds. All right, I can take this, and if he takes here, I take there. Mobile lag, you're lagging on your phone, so maybe refresh the, or get out of the stream and come back. Sometimes that fixes the issue, I guess. Let's play rook here. I just want to start running this pawn, maybe. He wants to go bishop here. Let's do this, bishop here, then we go rook here. Now I'm going to queen next, and it's over. This is over. Rook takes. All right, so just to catch up with the chat a bit, thanks for the game, well played. By the way, you started very well, but you gave up an exchange on b1, and that gave me a big edge. We'll go back through this. What do you think about the Vienna opening for beginners? It's good. It's good, but you need to know at least, you know, the main lines and what to do in each variation. You played the fried liver. Yeah, the fried liver is a good opening. I find it's a better opening from the white side, especially if you don't know the theory, or if you know how to defend with black. I would say that it's a better opening to play with the white side, because your ideas are pretty straightforward. But from a black standpoint, it's hard to find all the defensive moves. Scuff. Does that ever work? Okay, you were talking about that. I mean, yeah, it could work. A noob loser, it could definitely work, but it's not the best way to play. Oh yeah, you thought 960 was a cool number. Yeah, it is a cool number, but it's the number of positions you can start with this game. All right, so let's go back quickly through this analysis. I guess this is still okay, of course. Now the main move, I believe, is queen b3. Let me just double check. There's also queen c2. Queen c2 is possible. There is sometimes the move bishop f5. And if queen f5, there's queen here. But in this specific line, it doesn't work because this is checkmate, right? So let's say I play knight here, you go knight there. Then I can go bishop f5, I believe. Then this should work. And if queen takes, then we take here. And we take the rook. But for now, the move queen c2 actually works. And if I go knight c6, knight f3, bishop here, there's d takes c5 attacking the queen. It's kind of complex, right? So I wouldn't say you need to memorize the line in detail, but usually the way to respond with queen b6 is to play queen b3 as well. It's like a simpler way to play. but b3 kind of gives me a better position here. I find black is doing better here. Especially after this, I have more space as black. So I have like, white didn't achieve much, right? They gave me more space and a more active position. And the blunder here, one of the blunders here, okay, that's a blunder apparently. But the point is that after this, he played rook b1, and rook b1 I just won in exchange. So here there was something I missed. Here I should have taken this pawn apparently. The point is that if pawn takes like this, then I go knight to b4, and I'm threatening knight to c2, and after rook c1 I can take this pawn, come back and completely crush the queen side. And if he takes with this pawn, then bishop a3 threatening bishop b2, and some rook c8 and so on. So the computer thinks this is completely winning, but it's not easy to find all those moves. In my opinion, this is still an okay move, right? With the point of just taking more space and eventually preparing some a4. All right, so good game. Just remember that b3 is not the way to go. Maybe just go for something simple, either queen c2 or queen b3, not b3. Next, let's play against Nosika. Chess Fanatic. Yeah, Chess Master, I'm not gonna try to solve this puzzle now, but if you wanna hang out for longer, I'm gonna be streaming for a few more hours, and we're gonna move to my channel in about like an hour and a half, and maybe I'll take some time and look at your puzzle, but I'm not gonna do that on the Lichess website. Okay, so let's just play some normal moves. He's checking. I can go bishop d7, takes, just knight takes. And I could go g6, bishop g7 and castle. I could also go e6 and prepare some d5 with the bishop on d6. Also okay. Okay, let's go for the standard setup. Usually when you have this pawn chain, this is a good one to have. Then I can use those pawns potentially and just push those on the queen side. Okay, let's castle. So b5, knight takes, check, knight goes back. I do have knight takes there. And if pawn takes, bishop takes. So let's go for b5. Again, if knight takes check, he has to save the knight, so he has to go back. Then we go knight takes, attacking the knight 3 times. So he either is watching the stream at the same time, or he noticed that the pawn cannot be grabbed. In any case, it was a wise choice. You can play maybe c4. C4 looks good. If knight takes again, check, knight goes back, then we go e5. And if he takes twice, we can go check and take this bishop. Now we attack the knight, knight moves, then we even push some more. Hopefully we can play next. 5 plus 5 is not a time control outplay, guys. I'm gonna type it again for the 3rd time for now. So 3 plus 0 only, please. So I can play more of you guys. So I can play more players. All right, so let's shut down this bishop. Let's take more space. So now we're gonna go even a5. I think d5. There's this. Can go also e5, and then d5 is also okay. This looks okay. This followed by this. Let's go a5. So a5 threatening a4. Maybe. You should put in the title. I think is it not in the command? The exclam challenge? Yeah, it says blitz and bullet, okay. But okay, you're right. So my point is not that I said it 3 times, guys, please stop asking. It's more like I said it 3 times and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm only gonna play some 3 plus so for now, and maybe later on I'll play some 1 plus so. So I'm down a minute. I'm gonna have to start speeding up a bit. Let's try to control maybe this square. Avoid like a pin like here. Even go f5, why not? f5 is not the best move, but probably should be okay. Let's take and maybe even push. Let's go h5 to stop knight there. Go g5, maybe some g4 coming up. For g6. So I'm a bit low on time. I won't be reading the chat, otherwise I'm gonna lose for sure. Rook here, double my rooks. Not finding the right plan. Okay, let's go bishop h6, maybe push here after. This knight needs to improve. And my opponent is playing very well and very fast. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. That is so bad. I put myself in time trouble and now I'm getting crushed. I can't even take. Let's go here. Probably gonna lose on time. We'll most likely lose on time. Too slow. Too weak, too slow. Too slow, too slow. Hello, Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I didn't notice that I was really low on time and I just couldn't find the winning plan. But let's go back to this position. Way too slow, way too slow. And good speed by Nausicaa. Very well played. Very well played. So over here, I think that... okay, let's go back to the opening phase first. Yeah, Nausicaa, well played, well played. I did not expect to miss all these moves at the end, but you fought very well and with good speed too. So yeah, this opening, I mean, it's probably okay. It's probably okay to go for that. Bishop d7, bishop takes, knight takes. d3, this is still okay, good structure. b5, of course, good thing you did not take. Castle is probably okay. c4 is good for me, I think. h3. h3 is probably not the most accurate. Maybe just king h1. To stop all these tactics over here is the move I'd play. Yeah. So so king here would be the move I'd play. h3 is kind of not necessary. And after this, I feel like I get some space advantage. e5 takes is probably okay. Now, maybe some queen e1, queen h4, bishop g5 type of plan would work better for you. Or try to go a3 to get an active file over here. Because you have a decent position here, but this plan seemed a bit off, like this and this. Maybe some queen here, combined with some bishop g5, it could be good. Oh yeah, okay, so you played h3 because you don't want to allow knight g4, but king h1 is a more useful move, right? King h1, if I go knight g4, you can always kick out the knight, and you avoid the main move that's a check. Yeah, f5 was a mistake, and the reason why I said f5 is a mistake is that you can actually take, and after pawn takes, I think that you can actually take on c3. That's not okay. You can take on c3. If I take here, you go queen takes. Computer thinks I'm still okay. I just go knight df6, but I still lost the pawn, right? So f5 was not the best. I was down a minute, and I just decided to go for this. I should probably try to improve this knight and try to bring it maybe on e6. So maybe some queen e7 would make sense. Queen e7 followed by some knight c5 and knight e6 would be a better plan for me. And then eventually I can prepare some f5. But I need to put my knight on e6 because here it's really misplaced. And as you noticed, I was struggling to find a decent square for my knight. Here I should go simply pawn takes, maybe knight there, and queen here to hit this pawn twice. And I can... Okay, I can't do this right away, actually, because you do take over here. But maybe just some moves like even rook here, king here, rook here could become annoying. And this pawn is a long-term weakness as well. Alright, anyways, good fight. I was way too slow, and you punished me for playing that slowly. So good, good job, man. X2. Let's try to play faster this game. Let's try to play faster. Why doesn't knight takes b5 work? I thought I explained it earlier. I thought I explained why it doesn't work. I'll explain. I'll go quickly through it. It's a nice tactic. Or if you want to go back and check, knight takes b5. I had queen a5 check. Knight goes back to c3. And then I get knight takes e4. With the bishop also attacking the knight on c3. So I get my pawn back with a nice attack. Alright, so this is again the Sicilian defense. And he went for this c5 and e5. And the problem with this structure is that this square is good for him, but this square is also a big weakness for him. So I'm just going to castle and try to make use of this square right here. Okay. You just trusted that the queen a5 was a nice touch, but yeah, if queen a5 and you go back on c3, I don't have much. What variation of the Sicilian defense is this? This is called the Keras variation. Keras variation. If you're interested to see maybe more games with this, you can actually check my channel on YouTube. I do have some games with this variation. So I could play pawn takes. Also looking at the move f6. Bishop goes back to e6. I take over here. Maybe not. Let's just go for this instead. Because f6, I probably have some knight h5 as well. Followed by some knight here. Looks good. Yeah, no problem, that's good. So I guess you understood the idea, right? The knight takes c4, so check the knight e4. Alright, so I could check. He goes here. I feel like this is a better touch. And even if I don't win any material, like this bishop here is completely blocked. He cannot even go here because I have my bishop. Maybe I can go knight e4 now. I want to take here. And then just fork the king and rook. I'm not sure how he's going to defend this. I don't think he can. He's going to play king f8 maybe. Can take on d6. Doesn't look too good for black already, exactly. So you like the rook f3, rook g3 idea? Yeah, it's definitely an option, but the bishop can always just go back. Bishop can go back. I prefer just going here maybe and just using these squares. Now I can take here actually, knight takes. Bishop takes, knight takes, and here. Bishop check. Rook here and check, king goes back. Queen e6. Okay, let's take. Black is so cramped. Yeah, it's hard to play this position. It's hard to play this position. Like, in general, I would not recommend going for this line because of all the light squares that have been weakened, in general. So I can check with this guy. king goes back. I can at least come back with this knight, forcing him to take back. This is there's no mate. I can actually push, let him take my queen. Nah, let's just play some normal stuff. Okay, check with this knight. Check again. King goes back here. Now we check with the bishop. Rook here. I feel like mating, but there's no mate. There is no mate. We can take with check. I can also check king here. And queen e6 maybe? Or just queen e6. No reason to do anything crazy. Now I want to go here maybe. But I keep putting myself in time pressure. That's a problem I've been having. Okay, and now we want to check with the knight again. Take the queen. Push. Let's just take and push, push. Cannot attack my queen, so I'll pre-move. Watch out for your time. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Watch out for my time. Alright, so at least I didn't lose this one. So again, I wouldn't say that you did anything, you know, terrible, but it's just this line is very hard to play. This line here is very hard to play. I would recommend playing something simple, you know, like just you can play e6 and prepare some d5. You can play some knight c6. I usually go back knight c3. Then you can go e6. You can even go g6. But to go e5 is making a statement that you're basically going to control the center, control d4, but you never fully have this square for your knight, because I'm always going to be able to kick out your knight with the move c3. In comparison, white has this square, right? So that's what I've done. I just put my knight here, put my knight there, put my bishop on c4, and have a very good grip over this square. And after this, just f4. Okay, maybe f5 immediately is a better move, but okay, castle is still okay. Then f5. And the only way to stop this move is probably knight to g8 without blocking your bishop. But after this, it's really hard. Like, your bishop is completely blocked by your own pawns, and you have so many holes, right? There's this weakness, this weakness, this weakness, potentially this bishop controlling here. And as you saw, I didn't have to find like amazing moves. It's just I see squares and I just occupy them, right? I just put my knight here, and use all the light squares. Can you accept my challenge, Enrico? I might, but I can't guarantee. I've been requested to take challenges in a random order. So anyways, good game. Just watch out for this e5 line. It's very hard to play. It might be okay, but you need to know how to play it, right? Not so simple. So Enrico Luciani. Again, I'm gonna hope to play you, but if you don't get a chance to play me now, make sure to follow my channel on Twitch, and you know, you'll get a chance to play me some other time otherwise. Sprinleys, I have never played you. Are you sure we've never played before? Are you sure? Ah, you request me to play the exchange Slav. Alright. So I did play, I was trying to play the Slav from black side. Okay, let's see if he's gonna find the move here. We have never played. Okay, so I hope we get to play again. And if you're not following my channel on Twitch, make sure you do so. And you know, I play viewers on my channel, so if it's not on Lichess, I stream about 10 hours a week on my channel, so you'll get to play against me there. I'll paste the link if you guys want to check it out. It's here, twitch.tv/nmgameoverbro. Very good, very good. So he did spot this. I was really curious to see if he was going to see it. Usually what I should do here is to go d4 before they go bishop g7. But I lagged, and here, because he already has the bishop here, knight there, I should go d3. I played this just hoping to see he wouldn't, hoping to, you know, I was hoping he wouldn't see that that tactic, but this actually lost me a pawn. So I'm just gonna play some Maroun move. I'm gonna take here and play a pawn down. So let's go crazy. You're a pawn down, you go crazy. Let's go. Opinion on chess.com. I mean, there's a lot of good websites, but no website is as good as Lichess. No website is as simple. No Joke, who's one of the mods here, said it the other day. I was watching his stream, was saying what's amazing about Lichess is you click lichess.org, and on the front page you click one button and you start your game. On any other website, you have to go type the website, go on play zone, go on search, click the time control, wait, you know, like, are you here to click, then play, or you just want to go and play, right? So yeah, Lichess is by far the best. I play like 95% of my games on Lichess. And you guys can check my account. I have like maybe 20,000 games on Lichess. So I'm a pawn down, but I'm trying to create some problems. You see already I forced him to play h5. This might be okay for him for now, but it might also mean that he cannot play h6, kick out my bishop. If he plays f6, g6 becomes a weakness. So if you guys make a mistake and you lose a pawn, don't give up. Always try to create some complications. Always try to create some imbalance. This is really something that you have to work for, but at least, you know, you should not give up, right? Let's go queen c2, maybe some rook d1. $27,894 games. Wow. Okay. These are all the time controls combined, or what was that exactly? I can go rook takes. I can go rook takes. If he takes there, I take his queen. So I got my pawn back, and there you go. We got the pawn back. Knight takes seemed interesting too, and after bishop takes I had knight takes there. I don't know, I wasn't too sure about it. So let's just go back. Bishop f5. Okay, some knight takes. Just put this rook here for now. Centralize my rooks. Maybe go bishop d5. Okay, he went for this, so let's go here. Okay, so now it's gonna have to suffer a bit. Let's go queen here. Queen here. We want to take. We want to take. Check and game over, bro. Queen d2 and bishop h6 force a dark square trade. Yeah, but I don't necessarily want to force trades. I see what you mean, but I didn't want to necessarily, you know, force trades. So again, just to go back through this theory, well played, by the way, Mango. Good spot on this knight takes e4. So usually the way I should play this is that I want to go d4 right away. And if pawn takes, knight takes, bishop g7, you know, kind of eyeing this knight twice, then I have time to go back. Castle, bishop g2, d6, castle, and so on. This is just normal position, about equal. But the way I've played this is that, you know, reading the chat, I just played this quickly, and then I realized, oh, you already have these two pieces that are eyeing the square. And now I don't have time to play d4. I have to go just castle, castle, and we play just simple d3. I can't play d4. I tested you, and you found the move. So this move is excellent, because you do win a pawn. And as I was saying, like, you lose a pawn in chess, it splits, you should not give up, just try to create complications. And right away, okay, I could probably just still castle and be down a pawn, but I want to, you know, kind of create some problems. And just black should ignore me and just play a move like d5, and then goes back, then castle should be okay, or bishop f5, and so on. But, you know, I kind of created some questions for black. And he played h5, which kind of gives me this square long term. So now I just castle, kick out the knight, go to g5. And already I feel like I got some compensation for my pawn. When can you accept my request, Danish Sakwan bin Mohd Nazri? If not today, some other time. But if not today, you can also check out my channel, NM Game Over Bro on Twitch. The link is in the chat. I have 20 challenges, so there's no guarantee I'm going to play against anyone, but I am going to keep playing for the next hour and 10 minutes. And another probably couple hours on my channel. So if you guys are patient, I'm going to be around for the next 3 hours. Fingers crossed. Yeah, again, I don't know who I'm playing against. This is Prospect Ari. I don't know if you are in the chat or not, but you know, hoping that you were asking to play me. Do you drink? I don't drink. I'm only 11. Do I drink? I mean, I do have occasionally some wine or some beer, but I'm not a big drinker. All right, so I can go d5. I can also go a6, b5. Why not go d5? I mean, there's no reason to go a6, d5. I can just win an extra tempo. So this is definitely waste of time for my opponent. Can even kick out the bishop even more and take more space. Why not? And just bishop d6. I can even try to push this pawn. This check. Knight goes back, knight here, bishop here. Doesn't do much, I think. I can go also a6, threaten d5. Let's just go a6, threaten b5, maybe b4 after. I'm gonna put this knight here, bishop here. Okay, castle. You know it's me, you see Botnivik Khan. Okay. Alright, this is a mistake, right? Because he gives me the option to play b4, knight goes back, and then c3, and look at the pieces going back and back and back. I can play a5, but it's not necessary. Instead, I'm gonna probably just go knight here and try to create some attack on the king. Maybe some f5, knight here, queen here, or something like that. Or maybe some g5, g4, queen here. We'll see. But these pieces are completely out of play now. How do you find chess tournaments? On Lichess, you can play tournaments. There's the Bundesliga twice a week. There's also, you know, tournaments every half hour. Depending where you live, right? Just, you know, Google your city and chess tournaments, or you might be able to find something. Let's go pawn takes. Now that's a pawn, I'll just take it. I give up this. But there was queen here, knight moves, then bishop takes probably. Okay, now let's just go back here. Actually, you have rook f5. F5 is okay. Queen here, pawn here, queen here. Knight takes, maybe rook here. Or prepare it. Yeah, I'll let him take this guy. Let's just go for... do I have bishop takes, king takes, check. King goes back, rook here. Goes f5. Feels like there's no mate. So let's go for this. Triple 3 Tim. Hey, it's Maroun Tomb. We've played where? Do you know Chessbro? Yes, I do know Chessbro. They're friends of mine. Very nice guys. I mean, they don't live in Montreal now, but I've met them in person, and we did hang out a few times when they used to live in Montreal. So I do have bishop here. There's queen here, though. So that was a pretty annoying move, queen here. It feels like I should probably just go back temporarily just to regroup. Or I can go rook here. Or I can give up my bishop. I'll give up the bishop and just go rook takes. We played on a Lichess stream. On Lichess, when you're accepting challenges, it was a very close fight. You won by a second or two. Okay, nice. Yeah, bishop a6, queen c6. And then my rook is attacked. What do I do with the rook? Now I give up this. I want to play rook takes, threaten rook takes, threaten queen here. Alright, so he went for this instead. We can go for bishop a6 still. Queen takes and rook takes. This is mate. Also, rook takes is my threat. Yeah, bishop a6 now, exactly. King takes, check, and mate. Unless there was mate in one, maybe. I don't know. Alright, so yeah, that was fun. That was quite interesting. Now, if we go back to the opening, I mean, you guys should know that whenever you go, let's say here, you allow your opponent to play a move like hit like this. That's not good. If you go here, you allow me to do this. That's not good, right? Just always make sure. Always make sure that you don't give me like free moves. And this is a free move. You gave me the free d5 move. Here you give me the free c4 move. Not that c4 is that great, but you're giving me some free moves, right? So even here, you played a4. You're giving me b4 and c3. That's just pushing you back. So don't let me do that. Don't let me do that. Here already, like, your bishops have some problems, right? You cannot get the bishop out from here. You can maybe try to trade this bishop with this one by playing something like knight a2 and bishop b4 at this point, right? Like, those pawns are on dark squares, so this is your bad bishop. Maybe you tried knight a2. Let's say I castle, then you go bishop b4, and at least you got rid of one bishop. Starts becoming okay. But if you keep your bishops like that, now you have some problems, right? I got 100% accuracy game today with the Vienna game, 5 move, nice. Yeah, I've played chess on a lot of platforms, but again, you know, like, it's like you can try all sorts of desserts, and then you say tiramisu is my favorite dessert, or you try all sorts of, I don't know, meat, and then you say, I don't know, filet mignon is my favorite type of steak. For me, you know, Lichess is my favorite website. I've tried, you know, 4, 5, 6 different websites, but nothing beats Lichess. Even the platform on my phone is just the best. Tiramisu is the best, yes. All right, good luck, Randon Ethan. D3, obviously not the most ambitious, but still okay. I mean, it's been played at all levels. We can do a poll. What is your favorite dessert, guys? What is your favorite dessert? D5. So Void is saying, I think instead of bishop c1, you should have sacked the bishop for 2 pawns to free your pieces instead of keeping cramped pieces. I would have had the same gut reaction, but in the end, more pieces in the game is worth being down a piece. Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. In the last game, the bishop was you know, cramped, the knight was cramped, the rook was cramped. At this point, it's better to give up a piece and let your pieces breathe, rather than just keeping your material on the board, but having no pieces able to join the attack. So now he wants to play this move. So I might play this myself. So pecan pie, dulce de leche, yeah, that's a good one. Chocolate mousse is good. Pumpkin pie, that's nice. I'm not a big pumpkin fan, but pumpkin is nice. Oh guys, I'm getting hungry now. Why did I ask you guys to tell me your favorite desserts? It's just a blunder by myself. I can't focus anymore. Alright, so the pawn is attacked twice. I'm going to take with my knight, and suddenly my bishop defends it. He goes knight there. I have this move to defend again. Hopefully I'm going to survive this. Cookies and cream ice cream is good too, yeah. Baklava, yeah, baklava is nice. But I don't know. For me, also chocolate, ice cream. Chocolate ice cream cake is good. Creme brulee. Creme brulee is one of the best too. Okay, let's go bishop here. And my plan is to go queen here, rook here, and just regroup my pieces. Do you prefer dogs or cats? I personally have a cat. I love dogs, but I have such a busy life. I don't think I'll have time every day to just walk my dog. So if someone in my household was, you know, willing to walk the dog, I'd be very happy to have a dog. But I find it's like more maintenance. You know, you need to dedicate more time towards your dog. Cat, it's like you clean the litter once a day, you put some water, some food, and they're good to go. You go on a 2-3 day trip, you know, you can leave more food, you put 2 litters, more water, and they're good to go. So, you know, I find it's easier to have a cat, but I love dogs. Like my friends who have dogs, it's just like you really like the man's best friend. I don't want to trade pieces. I want to keep the position alive. So I'm gonna just go back. I could trade. I could let him trade. I want to keep pieces on the board. The point is that black has more space. Whenever you have more space, you want to keep pieces on the board. So we have 4 minor pieces each, but I feel I have more space. So now I'm gonna consolidate my position. So I'm gonna start with queen d7. Oh, hold on. I had queen d3. We'll give him a chance. Just to explain my point. I'm not gonna take the pawn. I'm gonna hit it again, and you see eventually this pawn becomes a weakness. He could defend it with bishop f1. I don't even have to take this pawn. I just want to consolidate and slowly take more and more and more and more space. Cats are needy for attention too. Yes and no. Now this doesn't work because I do play f5. I can play bishop takes, I play queen takes, but then all those squares are becoming very weak. Weak and juicy. Now I can take here, but pawn takes and the queen is defended, so I'm not gonna take. I'm gonna play instead the move f4. Allow this bishop to get here. f4, bishop h3, game over. Yeah, close to game over. Very close to game over. And actually g5 just wins a piece. Because the knight has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. I could even take this pawn like that. No, hold on, that's a trick. He wants to do that. So let's just take this knight. Let's take the knight first, and then bishop here, he has knight there. And you go bishop f6, maybe. Or even knight f5. So queen takes. Oh, he has knight takes, that's annoying. Okay. Let's just take. And he has 4 seconds left. So should we give up some material? Should we try to checkmate? Just gonna take over here. Yeah, that was quite interesting. So what's the mistake? What is his mistake? This is okay. I was saying like this is not the most ambitious line, but it was actually okay. I'd say that over here, this is a mistake. And maybe even taking is not the best. Maybe taking now, then c4. Okay, so pawn takes, knight there, rook here. Knight g5, if h6, knight e4, probably okay. Okay, so I mean the way this was played is probably fine, but I think this is not the right way to play this. It feels like the bishop here is too strong. So the knight belongs here. That's why knight here looks good. That's why the knight looks good. What about queen c2? There's knight b6 attacking here and so on. Yeah, it's not so simple. So maybe knight there is probably kind of okay. So in general, I don't like taking here right away. I'd rather plan it. I'd rather plan this, but also the system itself is just not easy to play. Like the problem is like once you play the move c3, you do control the square d4, but you weaken the pawn d3, right? So you do control this from stopping moves like knight there, and you do create some space for the queen, but this pawn becomes a problem. So maybe this is the main mistake. And I would say if you put your knight here, at least you're stopping the bishop from coming here. Even maybe something like knight here. Let's say bishop b6, knight there. I have to play b6. Then you go a5 and try to create some problems. And the more I push my pawns, the more I create weaknesses. The more I push my pawns, the more like I restrict my own pieces, and maybe there's some problems here, some problems there. So there's nothing wrong with just trying to, you know, keep the position solid, but not create any weakness, direct weakness with c3. If your pieces were like already active and you go c3, queen c2, rook here, it might be okay. But the way this was played is just, you know, you have already a small problem here. And now I just go back, as I said, just keeping pieces on the board and just try to slowly gain more space. Do you know Chess Dojo? Yes, I do. That's Kostya, right? He's a grandmaster now, Kostya. Let's take another challenge. Rook g3, the best. Rook g3, the best. Where am I from? I'm from Canada. I'm originally from Lebanon, and I've lived in Canada for more than 25 years. I live in Montreal. What about yourself? Just very twitchy. I could play knight there, and on this just take, then go d5. Looks okay. Maybe take, then go d5. Okay, queen takes. You can also go check first. Bishop here. I could take and then play queen takes. Now this pawn is a big weakness. So something like knight f3. Okay, now I'm gonna go bishop e6, and I want this pawn. I don't even have to take the pawn right away. Like let's say knight f3, I can just castle queenside or castle kingside and try to grab this pawn later. I might just castle queenside. Why not? Okay, I could take this pawn. I might take this one instead first. And now checking here. Check. Let's check from here first. If he goes here, I take here, so he has to go here. We could play knight takes. I could go check. King here. There's so many checks, I'm not even sure which one works. Let's try to calculate a bit. So bishop f5 looks like the move. There's also queen a4 that looks okay. Knight b4 looks okay. Knight d4 looks okay. Okay, let's just play normal moves. So knight takes. How do you participate in a tournament? So you're from Argentina. If you Google, okay, so first of all, I could take first, but I think I could check also first. King here. No, whatever. I'm just gonna take here. Yeah, I mean, Too many good moves. So yeah, just Google your city and write chess tournaments and you're gonna find something. And if not, you can play tournaments on Lichess every day or day. Misclicked. You misclicked what? The last move here, rook takes, but if you don't take, I'm gonna take your queen. And if you go here, maybe I'll check first, then take your queen. So it's already lost. I mean, it's not about the click here. It's already lost. Yeah, no problem, Sale. Okay, so he went for knight takes. Now let's see. I could take here and allow queen takes. I might have some intermediate moves, like check first, and if he goes here, if he goes here, maybe check from here. If he goes here, check here. Let's try this one. Try this. Yeah, it feels like there's nothing, so I probably will have to take eventually. So let's just take. He's gonna check. We're gonna go here and then double the rooks, and it's gonna be pretty much game over. This and that's it. Okay, I do have check as well. King down and then mate. Yeah, so the main mistake is not the move he has to redo. The main mistake, of course, is here, knight takes. You could simply play pawn takes. You could simply play pawn takes here, so pawn takes. And after knight takes, you can play something like bishop c4 maybe, or bishop b5, bishop e6, maybe some queen b3, or I don't know. Maybe not. Queen b3 doesn't work. So maybe bishop b3, something like that. Or even just normal moves like bishop b5. Let's say bishop b4, knight e2, castle, castle, and it's just equal. You do have this isolated pawn, but you might have some compensation with some squares around, like just move the knight around, maybe try to provoke this bishop to take, put this bishop you know, back to c4. But I would take with the pawn, not with the knight. Once you take with the knight, this feels like it's just much better for me. Like this pawn is just weak. And also here you just allowed me to play queen takes, and after that it's just lost, right? So knight takes is the main mistake, I believe. Knight takes is the bad move. All right, let's see here. Subversio. Another Lichess patron. What is the story behind your username? I had another username. It was Chief, CHIIF, that I had on another website, and then I wanted to play. Let's play Alekhine. I wanted to play on another website, and that username was taken. So I'm like, what username can I use just to tease people? You know, just wanted to tease people. Nothing mean, nothing too fancy. Just, you know, you play chess with your friends and you go game over, bro. Yeah, so then I stick to it, and every website I went to, it was available. So I stick to game over, bro, on all the websites. Let me just see what am I doing here. I pushed, he went back. I'm not even sure if this is okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Not even sure if that's good. So what happens now? I push, he goes here. Or let's say I go c5, pawn takes, knight takes. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to do here. I'm just gonna take. I love how after your story you had to go back and see what you had played so far because you were on autopilot. Yeah, it happens. It happens, exactly. It happens. Like you're playing chess, telling a story, and then you're like, what did I just play right here? So yeah, that was my story basically. I just used this username on one website. When I would beat people, you know, sometimes they would get upset, and when they would win, they would tell me "Game over, bro." So it was just kind of a way to, you know, interact with people. Morphy style, bruh. So yeah, I just found it was catchy and it was like a way to tease people. And I've had this username on chess.com I think since 2012 and on Lichess since 2000 maybe 15 or 16. So yeah, it's been around for a very long time. Okay, so now we go e6 just to keep this stop this pawn from going to e6. And we're gonna complete our development. So what do we do with these pieces? What do we do with these pieces? This knight would usually go to c6, but I probably need to squeeze the move c5 first, so that it gives me moves for the queen. It gives me a way to attack the center. And with the knight on c6, now I can really attack t4. But if I just play knight c6 immediately, there's really not much going on. c5, yeah. Okay, so rook g3, that's your story. So you put your rook on g3, you beat your friend, and you became the rook g3 guy. That's a good story too. But yeah, a lot of players, like, let's say they have mate in one, they don't checkmate me. They type game over, bro, and then they checkmate me. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take, and if he takes, then I get check. And sometimes people win an exchange against me, just an exchange, or just a pawn, and they tell me game over, bro. And what I say is, not yet. Or I say for who, right? So it's just a nice way to interact with players even during the game. I've had a lot of stories during the game that people react and they tell me stuff just because of my username. So I decided to keep it. Alright, so he wants to go queen takes, which kind of forces me after a check to go queen here. I guess just rook here should be okay. Queen b6. Defending, attacking. You know what's aggravating? I can't remember a game where rook g3 was played as an attacking sacrifice in a game where very recognizable players, probably world champion, another big name. Okay, so queen takes, he does have this. So it feels like I do need to play this first. And now I do have bishop takes. And I do have queen takes. And I think everything is falling apart. Yeah, unfortunately I do have this move. Good try though. So what went wrong? Let's see what went wrong. What is this diagram here? Okay. So here, he did this, then I went knight here, which is a mistake. Because he can play knight takes. I don't know what happened there. Why did I do this? I think I mixed it up with this line. This. Ah, yeah, that's it. Because usually I play the Philidor. And in this line, knight c3, knight f6, f4, then I go d5, and on e5, I go e4, I go d4, and on knight there, attacking here, I go knight there, and if knight takes, I go knight takes. That was my autopilot. So I mixed this line with the other one, where they do play f4. So here, I actually just go knight g4, and I attack this pawn. And after f4, then I just play something like either c5 or knight c6. I think like there's a lot of okay moves like this. If he attacks me, I go back to h6 and I try to go here. And if g4, maybe just some f5. Here, just go back to g8, pawn here, and just go back knight here, and so on. But okay, I played this, he played c3. And I could have played c5, but I thought on c5 it's the same trick. This, and knight there. Apparently here I just go knight c6 and it's okay for black. Just to give up a pawn. And then I go knight d b4, threatening mate. Interesting stuff. So yeah, the mistake was not to take the pawn here. Here, just take the pawn and you're up a pawn and you're good. I look like Zakar Zawadsky. Who is Zakar Zawadsky? Let's take a look. Zakar Zawadsky. Yeah, I kind of do look like him. What does this guy do? Wiki. Let's take a look. Wikipedia. He doesn't have a Wikipedia page. Is that guy a singer? Some singer from Turkey or something like that? Tony? Why not d3? In which position why not d3? Oh, you mean here? Why not d3 here? Well, d3 I think I'm just losing the pawn. No, knight g3 and knight b6, queen f3. This pawn looks like it's gone. I kind of look like him. Yeah, kind of. Zakar Zawadsky, just to show you guys in case you were wondering. I'm just going to show one picture. Hold on. Okay, so let's see how I can show this. Here. You guys see this face? Oh, you don't? Because I'm not sharing my screen. I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, you guys can Google, you can use Google and just check Zakar Zawadsky in any case. All right, so let's take the next game. Botnivik Khan. I think Botnivik Khan was one of the guys who was requesting to play against me. Yeah, I know I can display capture. It's just I don't want to create a new tab. I want to just play against people. So people can check it out. People can Google it themselves. Thanks, Dasco. Just the way I set up this this stream on Lichess, I don't want to start adding more tabs and so on. And I keep forgetting to play d4. Yeah, thanks, man. Good luck, Sprintles. Sprinliz. It's like sprinkles, but without the K. Yeah, so if he goes here, that's checkmate, exactly. Let's go d4. Going for mate in one, yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna take this knight. We're gonna take this knight. Then go knight here. Mike Reeds, you played against me last game, and you're saying you crack with games without increment. Okay, I see. But you know, on Lichess, I'm always trying to play more players when I stream on lichess.org. And if I start playing 5+3 and 3+2, the games are gonna take forever, and we won't have time really to play many games. How do you know they're bad or good? Newman in chess, what are you talking about? How do I know who is bad or good? He owns the auto site. What auto site? Autocentrum.pl. Interesting. Okay. Bishop here. That looks kind of a weird move. I have no way to punish this move, but I'm just gonna play a normal like bishop here. It feels like he's at least, you know, blocking his own structure. And now I can castle queenside. He takes there. So I'll go c3 first. Habibi, play me, Habibi. Bisuna TM. I'd like to play you, but if we don't get a chance to play together, just make sure to watch me on twitch.tv/nmgameoverbro, and I'll play you on my channel, because we're gonna stick around for another couple hours, so we'll get a chance to play together. So let's go h4 and try to create some problems with h5. Is he gonna go for h5? No, he's not. Let's go for h5 still. He goes knight takes, and we're gonna try to create some problems with rook takes. Maybe too ambitious, but I'm trying to have some fun here. Trying to have some fun. Maroun rocking the Lichess swag. That's right. Lichess, baby. Does this look good? Bishop c4, queen here. Queen here, king f1. No, let's go bishop e3. Was flexing my shirt and I blundered this position. What do I do? So bishop e3. Bishop e3. Yeah, bishop e3 is okay. No problem. And then we take here. Zed Busina ATM, you live in Montreal too, that's cool. Which part of Montreal? And what's your username on Lichess? Okay, so he went for this. Let's just castle. And we did sacrifice in exchange for absolutely no reason. Trying to be ultra aggressive, and Botnivik has found a good way to defend this position. So he's definitely in the driver's seat, but it's not over till it's over. He wants to go rook here, maybe. I think queen is kind of misplaced because it's exposed to everything. Let's go here. Queen back. Yeah, I have to admit I haven't played this game so well, but I'm still gonna figure out a way to checkmate him. Still gonna figure out a way. Okay, let's go queen here. Rook a5, b4. Rook a5, b4, and then I win this rook. So I'll end up a piece. You know, obviously I messed up this position. Let's just go back to the theory here. So knight takes, knight d7. Here it's better to go actually bishop c4, and on knight f6 then go queen e2, and then it transposes into what we looked at earlier. So queen takes, knight f6, then I go knight e5, and if knight takes, then this is checkmate. So if they go knight f6, then I can go queen e2. Here obviously this is checkmate, and if they take first, bishop c4, knight f6, knight e5, and same trick if knight takes, bishop takes. And if he goes e6, I go back and the bishop is blocked. The way we played is he played knight d7 first. Knight d7 first, and now queen e2 is a mistake. So earlier, forgot who was asking me, how do you study theory? What I do to study theory is that I check, you know, some main lines, and then I practice. I play like hundreds of lists, usually in the same line over time. Just keep playing it, and then you just go back, check with the computer the analysis, and try to understand your mistake. So now I know, I learned something on the stream at the same time as you guys, using computer analysis, that when they go knight f6, I can go queen e2. When they go knight d7, I have to start with bishop c4 first, so that on this, then I can go queen here. Yeah, so because after this, it feels like black did manage to get a decent position. I think bishop f5 is a better shot than bishop e6. Bishop e6, bishop here, queen d8, maybe not queen d, maybe just queen b6 is a bit more aggressive, attacking those pawns, forcing me to kind of play c3 and then maybe just castle queenside, or go g6, bishop g7, and so on. Yeah, this was a blunder, obviously. I'm just trying to be over-aggressive. I should have played something like maybe maybe queen c2, sorry, queen c2, bishop d3, and then maybe consider a move like h5. But I was overconfident that I'm gonna crush in this position. That was a blunder, allowing queen here. I completely forgot about this idea. And then I just managed to put pressure on time, and you know, just with this little tactic, that's a blunder, allowing c4. I was looking at the ideas like bishop d5 in the future. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's true. No, I mean, bishop e6 is not that bad if you combine it with g6, bishop g7. You played better than me in the opening phase, that's for sure. Yeah. All right, so good game. I mean, we may play again Botnivik some other time. Full tilt chess, 2168. Good luck, man. Lavogad, play me. I'm taking the challenges in a random order, but if you want to play me, make sure that you send me some 3+0, not 3+2, not 5+0, and so on. So on this, bishop d3. Yeah, so I see everyone sent me 3+0, so that's good. Just making sure 3+0 everywhere. Yeah, that's good. So I could play pawn takes, but then there's bishop c5. So that's why I go bishop d3 first. Knight d6 allows pawn takes, forces the knight to move again. The best move here is just to go d5. I just castle because he's spinning. Now the knight has to go. And the knight has, unfortunately, no squares to go. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know what? We just go back through the game and we understand like what's the mistake. So if ever you get to play this again, this is the Petrov defense, and on d4 knight takes is good, but after here you have to go d5. d5. Now I go knight takes, you can go bishop d6 or knight d7. Let's say knight takes, bishop takes, castle, bishop d6. I have a few moves like knight there, and so on. And it's just okay. You can play something like that, and you have a decent game. But you don't have time to go back here, or at least, yeah, the knight is already trapped. So queen here, castle, and the knight is trapped. So d5 was a key move. It happens. I've had, you know, worse games than this, so no problem. Busina TM. We get to play. Let's play rematch. I'll be around for the next 2.5 hours, so if you guys want to stick around, I hope you're learning something at least from every game. You know, I'm trying to, even myself, try to learn something, try to take a lesson from every game. And I think that's you know, something important that usually people say, you play chess, don't play blitz, it's gonna destroy your game, right? You probably have heard this many times. If you play blitz, it's gonna kill your game. Don't play blitz, it's bad for your chess. In reality, playing blitz, just playing blitz back to back to back to back without trying to calculate, without trying to, you know, make some little improvements here and there, yeah, it's gonna kill your game. But if you always try to understand, you know, where you could make improvements, what your opponent missed, how you can improve your opening, and so on, I would say chess, you know, chess, classical chess, you don't have, you know, enough time to practice so many lines. But if you play blitz, you have time to try like all sorts of lines. So I do recommend blitz in general. So queen here, maybe some c4, some long-term c4 might be okay for him. Let's just go back here. What's the shortest game you've had over the board as a national master? Fastest game? Probably like around 20 moves. 20, 22 moves or something. Not sure. I'm not sure, but I mean, online I've had games that lasted like, you know, under 15, a lot of games that were under 15 moves. Here I'm gonna go for this move with some ideas of to go knight there. Okay, let's just kick out the knight. You could go here, I'll just take back, king here, and then the bishop might get trapped. But I have some ideas of going knight here and knight here. I probably could have done this right away, actually. Knight there, knight takes, maybe not. So okay, so I'll go knight b4. I'm going knight b4, and the point is that I'm threatening to win the bishop pair. And if he takes like this, then I weaken his pawn structure, and after queen takes, bishop takes, rook takes, I have bishop pair and a weakness over here for him. So I'm just gonna take and play bishop here right away, followed by maybe some knight here, and also some maybe b5 and so on. Maybe I could just go for this this attack over here. Let's go for this one. How many games did it take you to become national master? It's not how many games, how many years. Like, I probably started taking chess more seriously towards the age of maybe like 11. And I became national master around the age of 15 or something like that. Yeah. So it took me like maybe four years of serious chess, like competing, getting serious coaches, playing lots of tournaments, playing like World Junior Championships and things like that. So maybe from the age of 11 till 15. So four serious years of playing chess. So it feels like if I play knight takes, I'm giving him a way to put pressure. I'm considering a move like knight here, but then queen here is kind of annoying. So finding some good moves. Maybe just bishop e7, then bishop f4. Okay, let's take and kick out this knight. Just keep it simple. And what this does is it allows the queen to defend my king and connect with my king. If he wants to do any sacrifices like that, like this, I'm just not you know, too concerned. He's attacking this. I can go rook here, and of course I'm gonna probably lose on time now. Maybe queen here was even more solid, just to keep everything solid. Queen here was probably more logical. Because I do have a bishop pair and a better. You want to sack that? Go for it. Go for it. It's tempting to sack, but sack where? Sack where? Just king here, rook maybe here at some point. Queen here, king here. Queen d7, defending this. And it feels like the sacrifice didn't work so well. Like I do have queen f5 next to defend my position. Probably he will take. And then queen f5. Yeah, doesn't work so well. So let's look at the game again. Yeah, that's a pretty good solid game for now. That's pretty good. I mean, queen here does attack this, but it feels like the queen won't have much to do here. I would probably focus more on doing something like rook here, knight there, maybe knight there or knight there, and kick out the bishop. Let's say rook e1, castle, knight f1, let's say queen, let's say, I don't know, some rook here to play b5, knight g3, let's say b5, you can play a3, I go a5, and you can go h3 now. And what that does is that the knight controls this retreat square for the bishop. Of course, if bishop takes, you have pawn takes bishop, so now I have to take here and you gain control of the bishop. So this maneuver of going, of dealing with this pin, is that you want to have this knight go to f1, go to g3, and then you play h3 and you force this bishop to take. So that's how I would play this. Now, whenever you see this move, queen c2, the problem with queen c2 is that the queen is on an open or semi-open file for black, and I'm going to make use of that. Like essentially, here I even have the move knight takes d4, that's kind of possible, but there's this move that's, you know, I have to watch out for. Let's say this, bishop h7, king here, and then maybe queen d3, and I won a pawn, but I lost the pawn too. So instead, I kicked out the knight first. Now I can't go knight here, but I do have knight b4, creating some problems with the pawns, and after this I have bishop pair in a slightly better position. So I didn't play the best moves, but in any way, you know, it's nice to get the bishop pair, and it's nice to put some pressure, you know, on the light squares and so on. So here, yeah, knight takes h5, f6, that was apparently also the best move. And I was saying here, queen f7 is much more logical because I have a bishop pair, I have an ongoing attack with this on the queen side, and I am not up a pawn, but it feels like if I get to this endgame, you know, king defending here, that I'm gonna be up a pawn pretty soon with all this strong attack. So equal material doesn't mean that you should not trade queens because it's equal material. It means that if you have, you know, bishop pair, you have a lot of activity, you should go for it. And I played this quickly, and then I said, I should have played queen here. So that's not a mistake according to the computer, but I like my rook here. I like this rook here, and I like his queen here. So why not trade his strong queen against my kind of passive queen? Typical in the Ruy Lopez. To do what? What is typical? That knight kicking away the bishop. Yeah, it's true. Exactly, yeah, absolutely. The knight going here, here, and here, and kicking out the bishop, or even here sometimes get the bishop with h3. This guy is so underrated. Yeah, he played pretty well. I like the way he created this. He built this attack, right? He played well. All right, let's play here. We have a game against Dasko. Good luck, Dasko. What's up, Stream Michael? What should we play? Let's go g6. Just some normal move. g6, bishop g7. Can even go for a c5 here, just to try to use this long diagonal. Dragon, yeah, it's like a dragon. It's like a dragon, absolutely. Now we can go knight here because this is not possible. I go queen check and pick up the pawn. Now I go knight c6. Bishop e3 is the main line. Now I go knight to g4. There's other moves than knight g4. I'm essentially here giving up this knight and winning this one. And the best way here for black is to try to, you know, use this this diagonal, so the queen should go back to d1. Roller JB, are you worried people listen to your verbal calculation to help them play against you? I mean, if it helps them, I'm happy for them. I'm not gonna, you know, be sad that they figure out what's going on. Good for you. You can hear my thought process. But I'm streaming maybe with a 5-second delay. 5-second delay. Damn, nobody chatting. I do see some people chatting. I do see some messages in the chat. Maybe not the most most talkative chat, but I've seen at least a few hundred messages in the last hour and a half. That is funky chess. Maybe some funky chess. Okay, so we're gonna go for this castle. Funky chess usually is when I go for some moves with like this and some h5, h4, and so on. But here I'm just up a full queen. Okay, let's go e6. Try to open up the position. I almost feel like giving back my queen. Take my queen, man. Just, you know, you give me your queen, I give you my queen. And it's a bluff. It's a bluff. Good game, Dasco. Good game. Obviously, you played the opening well. It transposed into a dragon, the Maroun bind variation. So as if we started with this. As if we started like that, but instead we started with the g6 move, and we got to the same position. So that was okay. But here, you should notice that the queen is misplaced with this bishop over here. So you have to go back to d1. And here I have to move my knight, so I go back to e6. And then you can play normal moves like rook c1, let's say d6, f3, castle, bishop f2, bishop e2, you know, queen a5, castle, maybe b6, things like that. And now you can play queen d2, rook here, try to go for some knight d5 stuff, some b4 stuff, and so on. So this is the right way to play. You just go back after this, queen d1, chasing the knight, and then go back queen d2 even. And just play a solid setup like that with the rooks here. Some instructions in the Rue Lopez would be great. Rue Lopez for white or for black? From which standpoint, Lavogad? Can you play the Rue Lopez as white? I can, for sure I can. Yeah, we played before. Guy's playing another game now. So before I play the Rue Lopez, someone was hoping I would play the Slav variation, but you see, I'm trying, but no one is playing the Slav. So we're gonna go for a London. Do you castle short against the dragon? I do. Because I mean, no, not true. I sometimes play the Yugoslav attack and castle queenside, but lately I've been playing a setup with the g3, bishop g2 setup. Okay, let's go c3. The nice pyramid. And we're gonna put our knights like that. Got to think about my moves before I play them. Yeah, exactly, Dasco. Queen b6. So now we get this queen b3. And now he goes c4. So we're gonna see how well he knows this line. We're gonna see how well he knows this line. So let's go for normal moves, like knight here, knight here. Maroun, when are you switching to your channel? In about maybe 10 minutes. So yeah, in about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes or something like that. So, but you won't have to do anything. I'm just gonna auto-raid myself and then we're gonna continue to my channel. Okay, so this. Here. Bishop h5. Maybe I can go for some f3 g4 here. For some e4. Yeah, let's go e4. And the point is to get rid of this pawn so I can win this one. Okay, so knight takes. And bishop takes. Okay, hold on. Up. Is chess your job only? No, it's not. I'm a business consultant in a telecommunications company. Chess is a hobby. I wish I was good enough to have it as my job, but no, it's not. So g4, mistake. You sent me a challenge. So guys, I do have 13 challenges in the lineup, and I'm gonna take all those challenges. I'll take all the challenges. If you guys are going to be patient enough, you will get a chance to play me in the next hour or so. And if you guys haven't sent me a challenge, you can keep sending a challenge and I'll still be playing, you know, on my channel for the next 2 hours. So I'll probably, you know, if we play for 2 hours, it means I can probably play about, you know, 30 games or something like that. Okay, so I did the mistake. I played g4 and I shouldn't have played g4. I should not have played g4. But as I said earlier, whenever you mess it up, don't give up. Try to figure out a way how to create some counterplay. Here I'm going to go for a rook here and try to pick up this pawn behind. h3, bishop takes. If rook here, then I go check. I can almost remove this move. So do not give up when you mess it up. Greetings from Peru. Hola Oscar, ¿cómo estás? Play with me, please. I hope I will play with you, but I might not play you next. So now I like my position. The rook is very strong on that 7th rank. I might play a4 to support this bishop. I might play king here, bring this rook over here, and so on. I do have bishop takes there as well. Why not? Let's just grab some pawns. I even have bishop here and trying to grab this pawn. I want to take there. Okay, nice. Good move. Good move. Now I want to push. Let's take. I had so much better than that actually. I just realized after. I had queen and then rook b7 mate. This move, this mate over here. I had this just a few moves earlier. Over here. Just queen. Or no, knight. Wow, I have check. This is mate into check. Only move is rook takes, and then I mate like this. So I had knight mate with a knight too. ¿Tú hablas español? Sí, hablo español un poquito. You speak Spanish too. Yeah. Promoting to knight is checkmate, exactly. I mean, I don't have to, right? I can just promote to a queen and threaten mate and mate and mate, and it's still mate in one the next move. Because whatever he does, I'm gonna mate somewhere, right? I have so many checkmates. So he has to take, and then we still checkmate over here. But I messed it up. I got greedy. I just wanted the rook. I just wanted this rook over here. So going back to this position. Ave oui. So to give you a tip, in this position here, why, like, you need to know why you go queen b6, right? Like, you do know your theory, right? You do know your theory here with this. Hey Element, what's up, man? We're switching to my channel soon. I just want to re-explain this idea. You have to know why you play queen b6 and why you play c4. And the point is that in this position here, the rook cannot move away from this file because the rook takes a2. That's the first point. Point number one. Point number two is that you want to play b5 and b4, right? So let's say I play knight here and you play b5. You want to play b4, and if pawn takes, knight takes, it's very strong, and also you can always take back with the bishop and so on. But I cannot, the point number two is I cannot play a3 and stop your plan. I cannot stop this plan. This doesn't stop it. It doesn't stop it. Because if I take with this pawn, you take my rook. If I don't take, you can just take and go e6, probably win this pawn later. And if I take, then there's still knight takes b4, and you know, the knight is strong, attacking some squares. Even this b5, knight goes back to c6, and b4 is gonna give black just such a nice edge in the position. So guys, Lichess.org, I'm gonna play a game with the Lichess horses. So let's just take another challenge here. We have here a game against RCYX, and we're gonna take the horsey pieces. So board theme, no, not board theme, hold on. Piece set. Let's go. I have 12 challenges, but I'm gonna play against everyone. Horsies, guys. We're playing with the horsies. Knight promotion hit, yeah, exactly, earlier. Okay, well, if you're not here, we're gonna have to cancel and take another challenge. Go here. Here, Livoire again with the horses. If you use horses, your knights would your rating would go down. It might. Look at this knight, guys. This is the same knight as this guy. All right, so knight there. Okay, I'm gonna go g3, and people are asking, do I play, you know, the kingside or queenside castle? And usually I like to go kingside against the Sicilian. Bishop here. Attacking this knight twice. Okay, knocking castle. And we're gonna go for I go knight takes, pawn takes, and d4. Knight takes, pawn takes, and d4. You just noticed the shirt. Yeah, I got a few Lichess t-shirts, so in the next few weeks I'll be wearing some of those Lichess t-shirts for sure. Let's go bishop here, threatening to take and win a pawn. I could also have taken, but I want to just continue my development. I know it's possible to create this isolated pawn, but I also want to complete all my development with minor pieces. And now he wants me to take this pawn, so we're gonna go c3. threatening to take. And if he takes, oh, he didn't take. So now we go knight there, attacking this pawn. But if he would have taken, essentially this pawn would have been an isolated pawn. So now knight there. He has to go bishop e6 probably. And we're gonna figure out a way to attack. Maybe play b3 at this point. Oh, he goes knight there. Okay. I do have knight there just to win the bishop. I do have this move if I want. Let's go for it. Let's get the bishop pair. Nothing wrong with the bishop pair. What's that opening against the Sicilian? The variation I play, it's called the Keras variation. So you guys see on the layout on my screen, if you type in NM space Game Over Bro on YouTube, you'll find my my YouTube channel. I have about 20 or 22 videos or something like that, and I have at least like 4 or 5 lines where I do play this knight e2 Sicilian line. So you guys can probably learn from it. Okay, now I would probably have played some like knight g6 to allow knight takes, queen takes, but now he's allowing knight takes, pawn takes, and the king has been weakened. King has been weakened. So how do we exploit that? Bishop here, he just goes rook there. He does have some knight here ideas. I could start with queen here just to see what he does. Followed by some rook here, maybe some. We'll see. Maybe some f4, f5, maybe some queen here attacking this pawn. Actually not so bad. I like what he's done. King here looks pretty good. f4, not f5. I think this is actually okay. f4 threatening f5. Do you know the Grand Prix attack? Yeah, I do. It's a very nice setup. Very nice setup. h3, threatening g4 and f5. If knight there, just bishop f2. Hello, Siddharthan. Okay, queen has to go back. If I go here, he does have bishop here. So I'm probably just going to go back all the way here. Or queen here, actually. I need to keep an eye on this pawn. And if he goes back, then I take this pawn. I have to admit, it is a bit hard to see what's going on with those pieces. I am kind of, annoyed by those those weird rooks, the weird bishops, but I know where my pieces are. I know where they are. It's just a bit hard to recognize what the heck is going on. Let's go queen here. Maybe try to bring some pieces in the game. Maybe some bishop here and some g4 eventually looks good. Not even king here, just g4, pawn takes, rook here. Unfortunate, he's trying to save it. I do have queen takes, rook takes, but I'm trying to mate him. Nah, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's go rook takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Oops, he does have queen takes. Those pieces are so confusing. It's so confusing. Okay. Let's go queen here. Bishop here, I guess. Okay, so in this position here, I was saying that I didn't have to, I could have played this move immediately. The point is that if pawn takes, I get rook here and he's getting mated. So I was trying to prepare my plan, right? So just g4, and g4 is just too strong there. Let's say he plays a move like, I don't know, king here. Then we get this bishop here and try to get the bishop, let's say, all the way to h6, and he cannot do much because the bishop is blocked by all sides, and he can never take. And here, I could have just traded, and then using that double pin, just pick up a pawn. Bishop takes d5 or rook takes d5, and then just, you know, go back, or go here, and then push and so on. So that was a simple way to play. Why is the king so sad? It's true, huh? Why is the king so sad? Can we zoom in on the king? I don't think we can. We can't zoom in on the king. But yeah, the kings look pretty sad. Yeah, no problem, Jigo. That was an interesting game, but if I have to give you an advice on the opening, this is okay. Yeah, probably here this is not the best. Maybe just, you know, continue your development. Something like maybe bishop f5 or bishop g4. Bishop g4 looks good because you're pinning that knight. If I play h3, then you can just take and take, or just take here right away. So I have to play something like maybe f3, and then you go back to e6. So maybe bishop g4 looks good because you're trying to basically make use of this attack over here along with this. If f3, you go back to e6. If rook e1, then you can play c takes d4, bishop takes d4, maybe just some queen d7, and you just play normally. And we both have some small problems. Anyways, not a great day for Buddy King. Oh, you mean that's those sad kings, right? Those sad kings. All right, so let's prepare the raid to my channel, guys. I'm just gonna set this on. You guys don't have to do anything. I have another 18 challenges, and my plan is to play against everyone. I do plan on staying for the next 2 hours and take all 20 challenges. Let me just set up the raid. So for those of you guys who are on YouTube, for those of you guys who are watching the channel, or the stream rather, on YouTube, make sure to tune in on twitch.tv/nmgameoverbro. We are gonna stay on the stream, but you just need to click here if you're on YouTube. If you are on Twitch, you don't need to do anything. We're just gonna push you guys all over to my stream and continue to take all the games. So let's do it. Let's do it. Next challenge. Turn this off. And